the Twin J Transportation blue corner. This fighter's a street fighter, standing 5'6", weighing in 139 pounds. 2 wins, 4 losses. Training independently and fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska. Give it up for Kristopher Brito. And fighting out of the Nebraska Lottery red corner. He's a freestyle fighter, standing 6 foot 0 inches tall, weighing at 137 pounds. 4 wins, 0 losses. Training out of Henry's Martial Arts and Skywalker 101 Boxing Academy from Antioch, Iowa. Give it up for Jene Zarbano.
Boy, Jene looks real focused.
All right, here we go. Fight number 2 of the night. We got Kristopher Brito versus Jene Zarbano. Brito is the gentleman in the black and red shorts, whereas Zarbano's in the Animal Instinct black and white shorts.
Good takedown for Jene.
Extend your body. Extend out.
And Brito needs to let this head go.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if Jene kind of sets up this Von Flue choke. I can't quite see maybe on the left. He might have his arm kind of trapped. Yeah. See if he extracts his left arm and goes more to the Von Flue. He can go knee on belly, and that might help break that grip too.
You know, this is something that you see a lot in the amateurs. Is they get a hold like this, that it's really not any danger, but they just hang on to it.
Yeah, you know, and I kind of have different opinions. I think sometimes, I think he's okay right now because he has that arm trapped. And if you're strong enough to get that kind of, if you're used to more of a Greco, but at this point, you're just going to wear your arms out.
I mean, what should Brito, I mean, if Brito wants to hang on to that, should he be trying to get that half guard, or what should he be doing?
Half guard or somehow come up top to a front headlock, but Jene seems inexperienced enough to know that not to let him come up to that front headlock position. Especially having that arm trap is going to get hard to get to that half guard that you're talking about. See if he kind of had that wrist control.
Well, now he's transitioned.
Ooh, good underhook on with the right. No knee. See if he pulls him back. His corner was yelling for a knee. He was like, that was not it.
Now, this is definitely an interesting strategy here for Brito. Was he just trying to trap him at this point? Oh.
Yeah. I think in Brito's mentality is just use all his strength, and Jene Zarbano's showing that technique will overcome strength in a lot of positions.
And Zarbano's got both of those underhooks in, man. Brito's in trouble here. He just got to be, I mean, Jene's just got to work on the top a little bit there, get her arm free. There you go. Break him back down.
Yeah, he's got to go. Double unders usually is how I like to break down from this position. He's keeping very calm for, 4 fights. So got to keep him pinned, though. Keep him broke down.
Fighting a stronger fighter like this, obviously he tries to grab those underhooks and break him down. He's just trapping his arms under there. I mean, what do you do when you're in a position like this against a fighter that's stronger than you, physically stronger?
I think he's just got to pick his shots more. I think keep breaking down and then be real careful with the elbows. But keep the breakdown. I think you can definitely tell Brito's starting to wear out. And then come more to the armpits. And I think he won't get his hands trapped as much as he was kind of dealing with.
I'd like to see him dropping some blows into those ribs there and kind of, break down that core of him a little bit too.
Coming under the armpit maybe. Brito kept pretty turtled up, so looking for the choke. I think he was kind of nervous about getting his hands trapped again for that portion.
So outside of, obviously, he's working towards a rear naked choke or something along those lines. Is there something else he could have been working towards from that position? In that jiu-jitsu game that he could have been working towards that could have beat Brito a little bit differently?
From there, I really would have been more recommending to break it down to the TKO portion. I think you had him flattened. Brito is pretty stocky, and he was looking to trap hands. That was one thing that he was doing well. So if Jene would have went to more of a wrist control, I think you'd have seen him had more success with the rear naked choke. But he never really had an over-under kind of head control with that.
So if you are in Jene's corner, are you going to tell him to do the same thing? Go in there, get him to the ground, and just do your game?
He kind of shot for himself. He shot himself. So, Jene's a lot taller, man. I kind of wonder what kind of stand-up game he has. Such a reach advantage over Brito. I might even suggest a stand-up, but they're looking right away to take down. So
That's something I do like to think is, you know what, this is amateur. This is a good time for you to see what you've got. See how you
good leg
compete at
kick.
those different levels.
yeah, especially I think Gene kind of experienced Brito's strength, and I think from there you can make your adjustments. You know where you're not going to be as strong, and you know kind of what to watch out for. Some guys, you don't know how strong they are until you get a hold of them.
And that,
Brito just needs to make it ugly.
those punches right there remind me of Mason Teeters versus the Big Bird, when he just Mason Teeters, that little guy. Just
Oh,
came through and knocked-
Nolan Demir's
Oh, was
in
it
this
Nolan
cage,
Demir's?
by the way, at this venue.
just walked in there and just threw a big overhand and just knocked him out cold.
Oh, yeah. He had a rough round that time and then caught the overhand. Never underestimate Mason Teeters when he hits you.
Well, here we are back on the ground again. I was going to ask you, as the shorter guy, what do you do as far as striking? You got to kind of fight inside the closet there, as they say, right?
I think he just needs to time his punches. He's coming with that overhand, come reaching. Needs to give up on this headlock, I'll tell you that. That's one thing that needs to go away right now. Gene, the other thing is from side control, be looking more for these elbows. Now he's starting to feel it a little bit more.
Man, you know what? I'm a big fan of Muay Thai. I'd love to see Gene
Good
throw
hook.
some inside leg kicks to Brito here.
Well, he's getting that outside, right?
Yeah,
Outside
oh.
leg kick. Oh!
Oh!
No headlock. No headlock from here. Gene, I want to see Gene drop his into the double here.
Oh, look at that. Look at those foot stomps. We're going old
Going
school here.
old school.
Throwing in some of that Randy Couture stuff.
Going old school on this one. Oh, almost got the duck under there.
So, here, do you just work down and break down his base and go for that takedown from here?
Especially when he had the double unders, he had that body lock. Brito's legs were right together. He would have been perfect for that kind of pull away double. Gene's got to keep his chin down. He's dominating the striking until he just catches an overhand.
And he's just gotta get reactive of Brito coming in for him. Brito telegraphs those punches.
Yeah, let him throw the one, duck it, and then go throw yours.
Okay.
Or just throw him into the cage. The other thing is, Gene put a lot of work into those leg kicks, and I really think he gets a couple more off. You're going to see Chris start to quit.
Gene, watch your legs.
Now, I'd like to see Gene doing more work here.
Get underneath his arm.
Yeah, he's got to come under with more like an uppercut kind of.
All right.
I will say this, as much as he's dominated, I think there's a lot of room for improvement that Gene's going to see in this tape.
Oh, yeah. So, obviously, I've got my scorecard's got Gene up 2-0. I think regardless, Brito's going to come out there and go for the knockout, even if he's winning the fight at this point. What are you expecting here?
Well, I hope no headlock, but yeah, Brito's going to have to come in looking for that overhand. If I'm Gene, I'm going to throw that front kick, get him to overextend on that, because he's looking just for the haymaker. Let him overextend on the haymaker and then catch him with the counter after that. Basically counter his counter. The other thing I might recommend is more looking, like I said, the leg kicks. He's put a lot of work in on those leg kicks, and I think you could even get the stoppage.
I was going to say, with Gene, he needs to just, from what I've seen so far, I've seen a couple of things out of Brito. If you just watch out for those two things, I think that, counter that and keep doing your game. And I think, Gene, you're good. I think Brito's got to come out. He's got to throw something we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, Brito's got to stay off the cage. Camp out in the center, throw heavy, and throw hard. Gene I think he could even go to more like an ankle pick. Get to a leg. And I think you're the better wrestler. So as long as you can even get to like a single leg, you'll be fine.
Keep it going, Jack.
Yeah, I'd love to see Brito close that distance, get in his distance instead of Gene's distance here. And maybe get some dirty boxing inside. There you go. Get that tie clinch in there. Don't take him down.
Elbows, right elbow.
And we're back to the takedown. Now he's getting his elbows going. He's got to pummel in for that inside control. Brito uses the cage here. He might be able to get this roll.
This is something unique
Good
about
knee on belly.
Nebraska amateur MMA. In Nebraska amateur MMA, you can throw knees, or throw elbows and knees for that matter. I believe that we're one of the only states where you can do that.
Yeah, Nebraska for the good armbar. I think he tapped, but
I don't think he's deep enough.
Sit up.
I thought he tapped initially on that.
Right here. Hammer fist and then take the bar. Hammer fist and then take it.
Man, that was a good
There you
transition.
go. More.
Oh.
Yeah, Nebraska, as far as amateur rules, the only difference you're going to see from that and the pros is you go from 5-minute rounds to 3-minute rounds with amateurs. Tomorrow night for our title fights, you're going to see 4-minute rounds for the amateurs for the title fights. So overall, I mean, I'm biased, but I like our rules. You know, you see some states where you have to have shin guards and stuff, and I get their reasoning behind that, but.
You know, what I would like to see for amateurs, I would love to see a tiered system. We have a lot of guys that come out there for their first fight that have next to no training, and I don't want to see them get hurt because they don't know what they're doing. I'd love for, to do a tiered system where your first 2 fights, you've got to wear the equipment, and there's none of these. After 4 or 5 fights, you can start throwing the elbows and stuff like that. I'd love to see a system more like that, where you're kind of building them up as they're going.
And I see the argument for that, and then it gets kind of weird where you get guys with, 4 fights fighting guys with 1.
Your referee, Joe Doherty, stops this fight 55 seconds into the 3rd round with your winner out of the Nebraska Lottery red corner, Jene Zarbano.